This is 5 on your side at 10. Focused on you.
Right now at 10, more violence on the Metrolink. For the second time in a week, a fight broke out on board a train in the Metro East. Good evening, I'm Ann Allred. Investigators say on Wednesday, an argument ended with a man getting stabbed. New tonight, our Robert Townsend reports a teenage girl is now facing charges.
For the past 2 months, Terry Boatman's daily rides on Metrolink trains at this Washington Park station have been peaceful, but not Wednesday afternoon.
I remember walking up on the platform.
Seconds later,
the driver said, "Do not aboard the train."
The Shiloh woman couldn't board her eastbound train due to a violent incident she saw on a westbound train.
I seen the guy that got cut.
St. Clair County Sheriff's deputies say shortly after 2 Wednesday afternoon, 2 male riders first got into an argument, which quickly escalated into a fight on a train near Kings Highway and St. Clair Avenue. Witnesses say a 17-year-old girl then stabbed a man who was fighting her boyfriend in his face and on his shoulder.
And I seen his face cut from here to here. Open, just horrible.
Deputies quickly arrested the girl and her boyfriend. They later released the 20-year-old man. The wounded rider remains in a hospital.
Yes, very lucky.
Last Thursday, 2 male passengers got into a fight on a Metrolink train. In that incident, a gun went off. Dozens of riders were on the train at the time. No one was hurt. So after these 2 violent incidents on Metrolink trains, we want to know, what is the company doing to keep its riders safe? A spokesperson says in Illinois, St. Clair County Sheriff's deputies, police officers, and contracted security officers routinely patrol the trains and platforms. In a statement, Metro also says, "We are working with our police partners to increase the law enforcement presence on the Metrolink system." Meantime, police remind riders to stay alert.
If you see somebody get into an start yelling at each other, get in an altercation, move away from them. If you see something, say something. You'll get on the phone, dial 911.
And they need to stop.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
A teenage girl is now in juvenile detention. The suspect in last week's incident remains on the run, but investigators say they have good leads. Also developing tonight, women can still obtain the abortion pill mifepristone by mail. Today, the Supreme Court issued a stay, meaning the drug will remain legal and accessible in states where it is legal. That includes Illinois. The High Court's decision comes after a Texas federal judge's ruling suspended mifepristone's FDA approval. That raised concerns beyond just the future abortion through the use of medication.
This is a constitutional crisis because FDA is required to follow the rules of Congress, not the courts. No drug has ever been withdrawn from the market over the scientific objections of the Food and Drug Administration.
A federal appeals court has already scheduled oral arguments on the case for mid-May. In response to the Supreme Court's decision, Planned Parenthood of the St. Louis region released the following statement saying, quote, "Mifepristone has a proven, outstanding safety and efficacy record, and we look forward to continuing to serve patients in Illinois with the care they need to make decisions about their own bodies and lives." Let's take a live look over downtown St. Louis. Pretty shot here. It was a lovely afternoon. There is some chill in the air right now. Those cooler temperatures expected to keep dropping overnight. Meteorologist Jim Castillo joins us now with your weather first forecast. Cover up the plants. Run out there right now, right?
Yeah, it's a good night to do that, but it's really tomorrow night and Monday night where a widespread frost is expected, even a freeze in some spots. But look at these numbers right now. We're in the 50s at this point. Today's high was 68. Now we're going down into the upper 30s to low 40s tonight. So that's not too bad. It's getting down there, and you can feel that chill in the air like Ann was talking about this evening. So we're 53 tomorrow for that high temperature. It's a little bit breezy, and that breeze helps to mix up the air quite a bit. So those overnight lows tomorrow morning are not as bad as they're going to be as we get into Sunday morning. So here's that freeze watch in effect for Sunday morning, and that includes most of the Missouri counties, anywhere from Pike County, Lincoln County, southward into Iron, Reynolds, and Madison County, where temperatures could fall as low as 28 degrees. So yes, take in those plants or cover them up. And we'll talk more about Monday's very cold start in just a few minutes.
Right now, investigators are trying to figure out what sparked a fire at a high-rise in North St. Louis. Fire crews responded just before 2 to the fire at the Brewery Apartments that's on North 20th Street in the St. Louis Place neighborhood. The fire started on the roof inside a utility room. Crews were able to get it under control in about 45 minutes. 24 residents were evacuated. No one was hurt. Tonight, St. Louis Chief of Police is defending his department 100 days after he took the job. During a news conference today, Chief Robert Tracy responded to allegations from the Circuit Attorney's Office. Recent statements from Kim Gardner's office say police haven't turned over evidence to prosecutors in a timely manner. As a result, this week, charges against a double homicide suspect were dropped and refiled, and a judge acquitted a shooting suspect. Today, Chief Tracy responded, saying his officers and crime lab workers are not to blame.
And I can tell you, when requested for the information, it has been handed over in a timely manner to get a case ready. How there's things, continuances, and when the things are scheduled, I really can't get into that. I can only get into are things that the lab have been done.
Chief Tracy also says he's seeing progress with homicides and violent crimes trending down compared to last year. He also talked about the successful negotiation of a union contract that resulted in raises for police officers. You can watch the chief's entire speech right now on KSTK.com and on the 5+ app. Tonight, environmental activists in St. Louis County are feeling optimistic after a top government official gave support to Jana Elementary. The Florissant school shut down after conflicting reports showed different levels of radioactive waste on its property. Senator Josh Hawley created a bill dubbed Justice for Jana. It would require the Army Corps of Engineers to clean up the school and test the entire school district for radioactive contamination. Yesterday, Hawley was able to get the Secretary of Energy to commit to Jana. It's encouraging news for those who have been trying to get the radioactive waste cleaned up.
You feel like you're looking for that needle in a haystack, right? Or you're trying to get a knot out of a big ball of yarn for 10 years, and I think we just got a huge knot out of it yesterday.
I think this is an important precedent that will be set, but it must follow future action.
Hawley will try to pass his bill through the Senate next week. As for Jana Elementary, last month we reported the school is not expected to reopen. A $55 million youth sports complex in Hazelwood is shutting down. Powerplex was a vision for sports, entertainment, and dining at the former St. Louis Mills Mall. Developers tell 5 on Your Side they couldn't reach a lease agreement with the mall's new owners. Now the city says an industrial park will become the perfect fit for the space.
We're one of, if not the largest growing, fastest growing communities in the St. Louis region when it comes to warehousing, office, manufacturing.
Powerplex will close May 1st. The Cabela's store and the ice skating rink facility will remain open. Tomorrow, dozens of St. Louis area police departments are taking part in the DEA's National Drug Take-Back Day. The event allows people to safely dispose of unwanted medication, no questions asked. The DEA says medications left out can become a gateway to prescription drug abuse. For a full list of participating communities, look for this story under the As Seen on TV section of KSTK.com. This week, David's Bridal filed for bankruptcy. Viewers wanted to know if you can still buy your wedding dress from the retailer. Adiane Till verifies whether you can still say yes to the dress.
David's Bridal filed for bankruptcy protection for the second time in 5 years. The announcement comes just days after the company said it plans to eliminate more than 9,000 U.S. jobs this year. And that has verified viewers curious if the company is still selling dresses. So let's verify. Can you still get your dress order fulfilled at David's Bridal? Our sources are court documents, David's Bridal, and Laura McKeever, Senior Manager of Brand PR, Philanthropy, and Communications for David's Bridal. Court documents show David's Bridal filed for bankruptcy protection on April 16th, but the company says it's in the process of looking for a buyer who can continue to operate the business going forward. In the meantime, Laura McKeever, a spokesperson for David's Bridal, says the company is still fulfilling new and existing dress orders in-store and online, and that the company plans to fulfill those orders on time. So we can verify, yes, you can still get your dress order fulfilled at David's Bridal, despite the recent bankruptcy filing. The company says it is also still currently honoring gift cards, exchanges, and returns. With your Fast Fact, I'm Adiane Till.
What can we verify for you? Email us, let us know, ask the question, send us the link you've seen online. The email, verify@kstk.com. We'll be right back. Thanks for sticking with us. Check out this beautiful video of tonight's crescent moon, just a
Wow.
sliver.
Gorgeous.
Yes, our photographer spotted that in the night sky, and of course had to pull over and get a shot so that we could show it to you before we talk to Jim with our full weather first forecast. Jim.
Well, the moon set tonight at about 9:45, so just a few minutes ago. Otherwise, I'd point the camera in that direction, but it's already below the horizon. But yeah, it's a really nice night out there. And look at this. This was last night. Just wanted to show you how big that hail got. And this is for places like Lincoln County, Foley, all the way through really Troy and Winfield. So some of that was as high as ping pong size, or as big as ping pong size, or golf ball size. That's over with. It's a quiet night. Now we're starting to get cool. You feel it. Not expecting that frost tonight, but tomorrow night and also Monday morning. But here you see that little bit of a breeze in Kirkwood at the farmers market. So that mixes up the air, and it's not going to be as cold tonight, but still upper 30s and low 40s across the St. Louis area, and upper 30s outside of the city. It's 56 right now. So cover up the tender vegetation. Make sure you pull it inside tomorrow night if you can, because Sunday, Monday morning, both mornings, very, very cold. So tonight, upper 30s, low 40s. And then as we get into Sunday morning, that freeze watch for our western counties. So this is that ice blue color that you see from Pike County all the way to Reynolds County. And some of these temperatures out here, 32 to as low as 28 degrees as we get into Sunday morning, and possibly more likely into also Monday morning. Wentzville, Herman, about 31 degrees. So these areas where that ice blue is likely below that freezing mark. And then also Carrollton, Illinois. So Greene County, Macoupin County, expecting those really low temperatures too. So 68 today, not bad. About 70 is the average high, 49 for the overnight low. And right now we're sitting at 56 degrees, very comfortable temperatures for the evening. Northwest wind at about 9 miles an hour. And as we get into tonight's forecast, if it hasn't cleared yet, it will. So temperatures are definitely going down, but not as bad as they will, as this trough of low pressure and this anchored area of low pressure right up here in Minneapolis was bringing in that cold air, even some snow showers down into northern portions of Iowa. That will stay away from us, but the cold air is here to stay for a couple of days here. West wind tomorrow, gusting to 30 miles an hour, highs about 53. And then 56 for Sunday. So frost on Sunday morning, Monday morning. Those are the two mornings we're really expecting that widespread frost. Mostly sunny Sunday and Monday. And then as we get into midweek, a chance of showers, low 60s. Friday about 70. But this is kind of cool, Ann, all the way into next weekend.
Definitely less than we're normally expecting this time of year.
Yes.
Jim, thank you. That does it for your news at 10. Thank you so much for being with us. Corey Miller joins us now with 5 on your sideline.